Howdy, folks. It is me. One! Having missed an upload yesterday because I was playing COD World War II for too long and then got sidetracked with other nonsense. Excuse me, that was very unladylike. But today, we have another tour of the Rarest Garage in GTA Online. This time we're doing an update because I got rid of some cars that I felt weren't rare, and I got a couple more. Also, sorry if I sound really weird, my nose is extremely stuffy, and I am currently eating while I do this. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut my hole, and we're going to go ahead and start up here with level 1. Alright folks, we're going to start down here, and we're going to work our way down there. And we're going to start off with the Lost Slam Van. Now there's two different ways you could go about this. The first one is give cars to friends glitching, obviously. Sorry, I've had to do that a lot because I'm drinking Monster, and for whatever reason it's making my throat all plugged up. But like I was saying, you could either give cars to friends glitch it like I did because I couldn't be bothered to get it the legitimate way. Or you could get on the casino wheel, which is pretty much impossible because you have to land on a mystery prize, and then you gotta hope that it picks from the mystery prize a vehicle, and that vehicle is a Lost Slam Van. So it takes like 55 years of non-stop spinning. Like, someone did the math, it was like 55 years if you got everything or whatever the heck. But yeah, that's the Lost Slam Van for you. And now we have the quintet of the non-affiliated lowriders, which I'm still trying to do a video on, but yet these guys still just refuse to spawn. These are extremely, extremely rare. You have the non-affiliated red peyote, which only spawns with this color. Well, this color only spawns on this car. It's extremely, extremely rare. And then you got the dark blue and the silver tornadoes. This one is the ragtop. And now over here you have the purple banana super banana pepper man. And then the green Albany Buccaneer, which you cannot really do a pearl on a matte color, which this guy has. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how to get them to spawn in consistently, and somehow when I was trying to do a video for the regular gang lowriders you'll see later, I got this guy to spawn twice, and I was in like a regular invite-only session. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these guys, but eventually I'll figure it out, and that video will be up. Hopefully. There we go again with that shit. And now we come over here with a video I just made recently. We got the yellow and the purple Sentinel XS's, some of the most common, but some of the most stylish, rare cars you can get. These guys spawn out by Eclipse Towers, as you saw in the video, and if you didn't, you better watch the video, or I'm going to slather your grandma in mayonnaise. And if your grandma has passed away, unfortunately, well, you better hope that your dad isn't in your house, because I'm going to slather him in barbecue sauce and put him in the griddle. That's what's going to happen if you don't watch the video. Yeah, you already know about these guys. Not much I can really say. Now we turn around and go over here, to where we have the Chrome Dubsta 2 and the Cherry Red D-Class Sabre Turbo. Now this guy is pretty common. It's not like the most common, but it still does take a bit to spawn if you're to actually try and spawn it. But I've seen it just appear out of nowhere when I wasn't even looking for it. Same with the Sea-Wash one down there. And yeah, the Dubsta 2 is extremely fucking rare. This is an extremely, extremely rare car. And just getting the Chrome one back on my old account for the first time ever with Snake, it took us like 4 hours to get it to spawn. Of just consistently driving around the Los Santos Customs. It is an extremely hard car to get a hold of. It's not just going to appear like this guy will. You got to work for this one. And I also have its counterpart down there, which you can kind of see. And yeah, that concludes this part of the garage. And now we're going to go on to this side, which we're going to do in one take, because I don't see why it would be impossible to... I don't see why I would even want to, transition that. I'm free-flowing this, like I always do, so you're going to hear me bumble my words all like hell. But you don't give a fuck, you're just here to see the cars. And now, speaking of the cars, which I've been looking at for right now, you probably got an idea, because you saw these in the first one. You got the Butterscotch Tornado Hardtop, which was the first video I ever did of rare car spawning. And then you got the rag top, which I got before I got the hard top. Now these guys are pretty difficult to get a hold of when it comes to spawning, because you gotta have tornadoes in your thing, in the carpool that's spawning, and then you gotta not drive a tornado. You gotta drive around the golf course and hope that you get it to spawn. The hard tops being the rarest. This took me like 2 days of looking, and then this one I got immediately after making a Reddit post of seeing if someone could give it to me. Which is very convenient because right as I hit send, literally right as I hit send, I turned the corner, sitting right there. And I was like... And yeah, that's the 2 butterscotch tornadoes. We come over here, we have the gold super diamond, and then the golden counterpart to the chrome dubsta down there. Now I don't need to talk about this guy much because it's pretty much the exact same process as the chrome one, but this guy is a Simeon car that spawns at the golf course. There's a white one, and then there's a sea wash green one, which is down that way, and you'll see that in just a bit. Now, these ones have to be give cars to friends glitch, because 1, like I said, they're a Simeon car. 2, they were removed from the not Los Santos Custom, Legendary Motorsports website, so you can't buy them anymore, and because you can't buy them, and because of their price tag, they're too hot to modify, so you gotta glitch if you want this in your garage. Yeah, I don't have the white one because it didn't look anything special. I just got the next one. Now we're going to move on to the Sea Wash Green collection. So this guy over here isn't just your run-of-the-mill mariachi tornado that everyone has. This one is the payphone hit one for Franklin. Sorry, that was very unladylike. But this is the one that you can potentially get where you have to either destroy it with fire, shoot the engine, or put a bomb on it. Like I said, I just ate before I was doing this, so I'm going to be burping and feeling weird. This is going to be a rough one. But yeah, this one, you got to give cars it as well, because the only time you can ever put it in a garage normally is when you're putting a bomb on it for the mission. We've even got the Bittersweet license plate and the San Andreas exempt, which I'm not sure if there's a license plate that you're able to put on naturally or not. So yeah, this guy has the sea wash on the top, the off-white on the bottom. You don't see people driving this because who the fuck's gonna try and give cars a car that you see in only one certain part of a mission? Yeah, I did. I'm the one. And as far as I'm aware, I don't know if anyone else has ever done this. I have sold it to a couple of people though, but I don't think anyone else has ever really went out of their way to give cars it. But I'm probably wrong. There's a lot of people who play this game. Now moving over, we have the Sea Wash Green counterpart to the Cherry Red Turbo down there. I've also seen this dude show up just out of nowhere when I wasn't even looking for it. They're pretty common of the rares at Los Santos Customs, but they're also really uncommon, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. It probably does. I don't fucking care. Now we go across the way. We have one of the beater surfer vans that spawns up in Sandy. This is the Sea Wash with off-white bottom. As you can tell, because it's in the Sea Wash area, why would it be here if it wasn't in the Sea Wash collection? Now these guys are pretty difficult to get a hold of. You gotta car pile them just to get them up. But once you get it, you just put it in your garage, baby. Now over here, we have the Sea Wash Tornado. The one that everyone who makes a rare car video for making a Rarest Garage likes to fucking gush over. These are rare, I will say, but once you know how to spawn them, they're really not. Yes, they're really nice. You don't see them often, but they're just not as rare as people like to say they are. That and the fact that when I was trying to get a different rare car to spawn, I got 2 of these to spawn right next to each other in Sandy, and I about shat because I've never seen that happen before. Like, naturally spawning, I wasn't even piling them. So yeah, they're really not that rare, it's just they're extremely hard to get a hold of. Now we move over here, since we're keeping the diagonal going. We have the Dune Loader. There's 2 different types. One can have stuff in the back. This one does not have stuff in the back, which is because it's not the one with stuff in the back. The one that has stuff in the back has stuff in the back. It does not have nothing in the back. This is the one that has nothing in the back because it has nothing in the back. As you can tell, that's how you can differentiate them. So yeah, I got this one a little while back. It's pretty common. You don't have to pile any of them too much. I got this on like my 5th one piled. But you don't see it too often, so therefore it is here. And now lastly, we have that Sea Wash Green Super Diamond I was talking to you about down over there when there was the gold one. This is my favorite one because it just looks so sweet. It's nice and clean. It doesn't have the rusty, worn look to it. It's nice and tidy. And yeah, once again, you gotta give cars to friends glitch it. I made a video about this one too, so you can just go ahead and watch that, learn how to spawn it. You better fucking do that, because like I said, if you don't watch these videos, I'm gonna either slather your grandma in mayonnaise, or slather your dad in barbecue sauce and put him on the griddle. English, it's hard. But yeah, that concludes level 1 of the Rarest Garage in all of GTA Online. We're gonna go now to level 2. Shia ka motherfucking Zane. Alright, now we're on level 2. Ain't that just fancy? We're gonna start over here and work our way down like we did before. Now over here, we have the standard lowriders. This is gonna be a quick level. We got the standard lowriders for the families in green, which you got the 2 tornadoes, you got the peyote, you got the banana, and then you got the buccaneer. Same goes with the ballas, which you have your banana, peyote, buccaneer, except the purple, the balla ones have this nice creamy color on the bottom instead of black. Creamy. There's really not much I can say over here other than the fact that you can see with your eyeballs exactly what the fuck they are. Now for a little intermission before we get to the Vagos ones down here, we have the 2 framed, well, the 2 Doom Buggies. The frameless and the framed, which I still cannot get a read on if it's actually that rare or not. But since you can't buy a Doom Buggy anymore on the website, and the fact that this one doesn't have any paint on it, I think it's pretty rare. And of course, I made a video on this one real quick, the last minute super quick one. This guy spawned in Polito early as fuck, and they're pretty sought after, because it doesn't have a frame. Now moving over here, we have the Imponti Phoenix, which, depending on if someone in your lobby has one or not, are either extremely fucking rare and you never see them, or they're all over the place. There's really no in between. But I got mine before I had one, so obviously it took me like a couple hours to actually get a hold of them. These are very, very rare, but very, very, very cool. And then of course we have the Mariachi Tornado. Everyone likes to talk about the Mariachi. It's not really that rare once you figure it out, but it is still pretty hard to find, and everyone and their mother who knows about rare cars has it, including me. So I'm not going to waste too much time on it. Now over here we got a newcomer. We have the Maibatsu Penumbra FF, which I got from the salvage yard, and it has the LS Car Meet license plate on it. Now it's supposed to say Hot Bomb, but because I'm a fucking idiot, I accidentally scrapped mine on my account, so I had to do the missions again with Snake, and I had to buy it off him at the car meet, so that's why it doesn't say Hot Bomb. His does, mine does not. But that's the reason why this guy's here, is because it has that rare license plate. I just dolled it up and made it look pretty! And then, yep, like I was saying earlier, here are the Vagos Lowriders. Not much to say about them. They're just the exact same as the other ones, except they're yellow. And that concludes the really short and sweet level 2 of the Rarest Car Garage in all of GTA. So now, we're gonna go to level 3. This is where stuff starts to get a little interesting. There we are. Level motherfucking 3. Now you're gonna see here real quick, things are a little bit different. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about it right now. So for one, I got rid of a couple of the rusty BF surfers because I just felt they were too common. You saw them too often. So they weren't exactly rare. I sold them off. I'm thinking about selling this one off too whenever I get another car, but that's neither here nor there. So we're going to start off with the 2 of the rarest, with that sea wash green being the 3rd up there on the 1st level. We have the baby blue and dark blue, and then the absolute rarest, the brownish red, and the red. You see these? You gotta pile these. You gotta pile them up to spawn. This one can spawn naturally without piling, but it's extremely uncommon, so it's better to pile it. This one you have to pile. You got to pile this one. Now over here we have the all black, which is not to be confused with the black and graphite. You can tell them apart because the graphite one has the stripes going across it. The all black does not, because it's all black. Then we have the silver gray with the off-white on the bottom, and the one that looks extremely similar to it in the light here, the honey beige and the bright white. The only way you can tell them apart is this bit of light right here. Otherwise, they look essentially identical. There's nothing I can do about it in this garage. The lighting is just not great for it in here. And that concludes the Rusty Surfers. But we're not done with the Rust yet, because now we have the Epsy Sandy Beige Brown D-Class Voodoo. I actually got another one of these recently and turned it into a Benny's Lowrider, and mother of fuck, that car looks sweet. I will show that to you with a screenshot up on your screen right now. And I will tell you now that the way you get these is you gotta pile them up over by Harmony, I believe it is. And you just gotta wait. I made a video of it. Go check it out. It's a pretty nice video. And now we come over here to the Albany Emperor, the rarest of it. There's like 10 of these, and this is the rare one. It's not exactly a forest green, it's not a sea wash, so I like to call it moss green. It's got the graphite top. It actually looks pretty sick. And yeah, if I could turn this into a Benny's car, I probably would. I don't think you can, but I'll have to look into it. And now next up, we have another one that I made a video on. This one got pretty popular. The dual Sand Kings, the Bebe Blue and the mustardy yellow-orange. These guys are also really common. There's a way to get it pretty much guaranteed, which I made a video on. Like I said, you can watch that. You can learn about it. I'm not going to waste too much time because everyone knows about the Sand Kings. Now we move on to the Merryweather Mesa. You can't buy the Mesa off Warstock anymore, and the Merryweather ones you can't buy either. And you can't buy this open roof. There's two of them. There's actually four because there's also that like military olive drab colored one. But I just went with this one because I saw it driving on the street and I was like, I'm looking for that. So I killed the mercenaries, took it, and now it's here. Like I said, you can't buy this open roof. It can just spawn with it sometimes. Or if you bought it, it could give you the open roof. So that's pretty fucking nifty, I would say. Now we come over here. That's where things get a little bit interesting. We got a newcomer, another newcomer, which you can probably see right down there because it's bright fucking green. But we're gonna wait for it. Right now we have my most recent rare car spawning video, which I did. The 2 and the 4 rare BF surfers. You got the lime green, you got the pink and blue, you got the chrome and orange, and then you got the creamy yellow with the red. Creamy. Yeah, I don't really need to spend a whole lot of time on these guys because you already know if you watched the video, or if you watched the other one where you saw them in the other one. You know what the fuck these are, so I'm going to move on. And now next up we have the Romero hearse, another car that everyone obsesses over with the rare cars, just because you need a hearse to spawn it. You don't see them often, but they're not as rare as everyone says they are. It's just a pain to get them initially, but once you have a hearse and you drive it near the area, you get them every time. So that's the hearse for you. I'm pretty sure every rare car spawning channel has a hearse. Every single one that made a video has a hearse. Now we move over here. We have the green and the yellow Bravado Rat Loaders. These spawn up in Paleto Bay by Rarest Garage, or occasionally, very rarely, down in Sandy. I've only ever seen the yellow one down here in Sandy, and never again. They're extremely rare there. I've also heard that there's a graphite black one that could spawn, but I don't know about it. I've never seen it personally outside of one video, so I'm not putting it in the garage. I don't think it's rare. Now over here, we have the red on red with the surfboard rack BF Surfer, because this one spawns with the flow of traffic. Like if surfer vans are spawning on the road, then it'll have a chance to spawn. There's no guarantee spot like those ones down there, so you gotta get lucky with traffic. And if you know anything about the traffic in this game, they don't like to spawn surfer vans very often. They're extremely rare on the road, so you just gotta get it really lucky with the traffic pool. And now we're gonna move on over here. We got the LD Organics van from the Career Progress. This guy took forever to get. However, I did abuse the fuck out of the glitch where you could just keep redoing payphone hits over and over and over before they changed the cooldown on it. So that helped out quite a bit, and now I got it. And then we got the other Career Progress van, which I just got a couple of days ago after a nightmarish amount of time trying to figure out how to get the last Platinum Award. The Brute Pony Smoke on the Water van. Now, why they make this one storable but not the other Brute Ponies like the Sprunk one, I will have no fucking idea. But I got it regardless. And I'm finally happy that I have this guy in the garage, because this took me so long. So fucking long. Especially the one Faber work where you gotta escort GJ. My god. That took forever. And yeah, that concludes level 3 of the Rarest Garage in all of GTA Online. So now we're gonna go to level 4. So things start to get super interesting. Shabaga, Shabagoo. Alright, level 4. You're already gonna see quite a bit of difference here. This is the one that changed the most. This garage still ain't done because level 5, I'm working on it still. Now we're gonna start off over here with the black and white BF injection, which I made a video on. This is the rarest one that can spawn out of the pool, and it makes it even more rare because it has the fart tube and the 6-foot antenna, which you can't put on it normally, it just has to spawn with it. Now next up, over here we got a Sprunk Buffalo. Now you're probably wondering, Mung, why the fuck do you have a Sprunk Buffalo in this? You can buy it for free off South Auto. And you'd be correct. Right you are, my boys! But I just have the Sprunk license plate on it. That's what makes it rare, because you can't get this license plate anymore, so I had Mr. Snake put it on there and sell it to me because I don't even have these license plates. I missed out on them. The Cole one's over here. We're gonna get to that right actually now. So we got the La Carissa with the E-Cola license plate. Now this car isn't just rare because of the license plate, it's also because if you get in it, you look at the front, you're gonna see that light bar will light up right there. Now on any of them that you get, like if you get it off the casino, if you get it off as a prize ride, if you get it anywhere else besides the Simeon dealership or the LS Car Club meet, you could not get it with this light bar on. It's only on those two, and Snake just so happened to have picked it up off the car meet, well, the Car Club, and he sold it to me. So I got the motherfucking light bar, which is very, very nice. Now we come over here, we have a bit of a trio. We, for one, have the Mighty Boosh, which I made a video on, the Mighty Boosh Bison, which was recently made so you can store like this again. So everyone praise Rockstar! Yeah, it's got the livery, it's got all the shit in the back, it's got the canopy, everything you need on the Mighty Boosh. Now this Weasel News van here, I know they're not necessarily rare, they spawn a lot, but from what I could tell, the red one is the rarest, and the fact that you can't get this livery outside of this van, I decided to put it in here. So it's a pretty common car, it's just the fact that it has a livery that's unobtainable on anything else, it's only on these types of vans. Now I don't remember if this van was in the other rare car garage video I did, but if it wasn't, it's here now. I just don't feel like going back and looking. Now you're probably wondering what makes this van so rare. Come right over that. It's just got some trash in it. That's literally it, it just has some trash in it. So that's what makes that one so rare, and that concludes this section of level 4. So now we come over here, and we have the Obey Tailgater. Not the Obey Tailgater FS. Obey Tailgater. It's starting to get cold in my room, so that's why I'm kind of shivering. This is Michael's car from the campaign, of course. And it doesn't like to spawn at all in GTA. You gotta do a DAX work, even though it's kind of inconsistent on other platforms. What I can tell in the comments on that video, I don't know what's up with it. Hopefully someone on that end will have it for you in the car meet or what have you. But yeah, that's the Obey Tailgater. Now we have the Blazer Lifeguard, which every other rare car collector in GTA, or every other person who makes a video of a rare car garage in GTA, ends up getting. They're not that rare, but they are uncommon. Enough said about that guy, because you already know about it. Now we got two other fellers from the salvage yard. We have the Fister Comet S2 with the Pounder's license plate from the Casino Heist, which it says Casino 1. I didn't scrap this one, so it actually has the license plate it's supposed to have. So almost got the Pounder plate, and then we have the Lampadati Tygon, which has the Panic plate. So that's what makes these guys so rare, and that's why they are in here. Now we move on to the other side, where we have, of course, the two Ruiners. You have the black and orange, and you got the teal and blue with the carbon hood. These are pretty common, but they're also a bit harder to get. They're like the Saber Turbos. You don't see them a whole lot. I just hit my microphone with my controller because I'm standing up. And yeah, there's really not a whole lot I can say about this. I will make a video on them at some point whenever I feel like it. And that's all I gotta say about that. Then we come over here. We got the Monkey Ballista, still has the Northampton plate on from when I bought it off a guy. I don't care to take it off, it's just going to stay on there. But everyone knows the Monkey Ballista, you gotta get it through Arena War or just buy it off a fellow like I did. They're decently rare, but at the same time they're not, since everyone pretty much can get them. And that's all I gotta say about these guys. Now over here, the blue Vapid Dominator, moved over, looking pretty. Had to get this guy back, like I said in the first video, because I sold it off and then it took forever to get it back. There's another one that spawns on Los Santos Customs. It'll have its own video at some point. And now I can finally show off the two of these. Originally I just had the purple Canis Kalahari, but now I have the orange one, which I also made a video on. I made a video on both of these. Watch them. You already know the consequences if you don't. What makes these guys so rare is not just the fact that you can't buy them anymore and the fact that they spawn pre-customized, it's also the fact that they do not have the black canopy roof on them. Which, that's what makes them rare. Because if you put this at the Los Santos car meet, and you were to sell it to somebody, it would put the roof back on it. I would know. I found out the hard way. A screenshot will be up on your screen right now.
Your penis is fascinating!
And yeah, that is what it looks like if it has the roof on it. But we're going to move on to the Blazer Lifeguard van, D-Class Lifeguard. I'm retarded. Now you can't buy this car anymore, and you cannot store it anymore if you were to store it, or like to get it to spawn. Now the only way you can get it now is if someone like me has it and sells it to you at the car meet, or like it was a couple of months ago, be at the Simeon car dealership where you could buy it there. Because nowadays if you were to get it to spawn and try to put it in a garage, it'll tell you it cannot be modified. But what makes this one so rare is, unlike the one that you could buy, it does not have a black bull bar on the front of it. So I'm happy I got a hold of that before it ended up being changed. And yeah, we move on here, and now we have my only two Stratums, because I did not feel like filling an entire story of my garage with Stratums. So we got the one here, the black one with the open sunroof, the air freshener, the phone holder, spoiler, and the twin turbo badge. There's so many customizations for these that it's unreal. I just went with the ones that I wanted. And then this one over here has the open roof and the cargo rack. So these are the only two Stratums I have. I do still have the other ones, I just moved them around because I didn't know where else to put them. And yeah, Stratums. Now we have the Bravado Gauntlet that can spawn at the LS Customs, just like the other few that I've shown off. And there's really not a whole lot I can say about it, other than the fact that it looks pretty damn sexy. And then that concludes Level 4 of the Rarest Garage in all of GTA Online. You know what that means? Time for Level 5, baby! Alright, we're on Level 5 now, which is the incomplete level, but I'm still gonna show it off. This one is gonna be where I have liveries that are either no longer obtainable, or are hard to get a hold of, or just ones that are kind of hard to find, or secret, whatever you may be. Just rare liveries in general. So we're gonna start off over here, where we have the Uberon Sentinel GTS with the Quickie Farm livery, which you get for doing 30 deliveries for Quickie Farm. This was a pain in the ass to get because those missions are fucking awful. I'm gonna go to Paleto Bay like 6 times in a fucking row, my god. But now I got it. I don't ever have to do them again. Next up we have the Albany Brigham with the Ghost Exposed livery, which you get for doing the ghost hunting around Halloween time. Now, will we be able to get this one again here towards the end with GTA 6's potential release? I don't know. But if we do, hell yeah. If not, well, that's unfortunate. You won't be able to get it anymore. Now, these two over here are the other two BF injections. I just shoved them down here when I was moving my garage around. I just haven't moved them around it. But I'll still show them off. We got the silver gray, and we got the baby blue with the 6-foot antenna and the fart tube. These are the second and third rare that can spawn with the injections, and that's all I'm going to do and talk about them. Now we run way down here, because I got the last few of the garage to show you. Here we have the Christmas liveries for the Dune Fav with the weird stripy stuffs and the snowflakes, the candy canes for the Fister Comet Safari, And then we have the one I got from the salvage yard last Christmas, the Vapid Click with the Clicksmith livery, and the Liberty City plate. That's what we get here. You only get these around the holiday time, so you gotta hope that they bring them back for Christmas this year. But with GTA 6 coming out, probably if it doesn't get delayed 10 more times. And that's the Christmas ones. Now over here, I finally got a hold of it because it came back for Valentine's Day like I was expecting. The classic Broadway with the Los Santos Lovers livery. This car looks absolutely fucking fire. Everything about it, the livery, the color, the lights that are actually red, all of it is just awesome. Glad I got a hold of it even though it set me back like crazy. And then we have the other Broadway with the taxi livery that you get for doing 50 taxi works. This one's not necessarily rare since pretty much anyone can go after it, but it's just the fact that no one does taxi work anymore. It was just like a 2-second thing that people did for a second, and now no one does it. So yeah, those are the Broadways, and then we have the last car of the collection, the Dinka Blista Kanjo that they gave out for free with Drift Week. And I forgot the name of this livery, but it's the one that they gave out as a Twitch drop for watching Japanese creators during that time on Twitch. I got a hold of it, and now it's on the car, and it's in an extremely rare livery. And that concludes the Rarest Garage in GTA Online so far. Because it's still not done, just like it was in the last video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you greatly enjoyed. I hope you'll leave a like, a subscribe, maybe even hit that bell that makes notifications go off. I don't care what the fuck you do. You can go throw a koala at the wall and beat it to death with a hammer, and I won't stop you. So yeah, hope you enjoyed watching me go through my cars again, seeing the new stuff, seeing what was been taken out. And I am the greatness that is soon to be. Mine! Reminding you that if you don't wipe your bung when you poo, you'll end up having your grandma spanking you with a wooden spoon. Ta-ta!